Hello, everyone, and welcome to Potential Within. Today, all I have gotten is that today we are talking about the power within. So, I'm a little intrigued to see what's going to come up for that. So, let's get right into it. Okay, we're talking about the middle world and beloved. So, there's an interesting carryover from the fire element reading we did just the other day. This is signaling this fire rising in the middle world realm of things, and there's implication to this actualization or realization that we're having, that we are beloved, that we are meant to be living lives that are full of love, that are full of a feeling. It's about a feeling. We're starting to really connect to feelings. And I think oftentimes we begin to become aware of how we're feeling because we're stuck in feelings we don't want to feel. And so we have to work through those feelings to get to the underneath knowing of why that feeling exists and allow ourselves to be loved enough to transcend the illusion of this lack of love or this absence of love and transform its knowing into one of being a part of our everyday life, our middle world. It's about transcending this vastness of loss or feeling lost that we swim through often because of the emotional resonance and debris resonance of what the world has transformed into, but is ready to transcend out of. And that transcending out of and actually seeing the results of this beloved energy rising is where we're at in cultivating it into our everyday real world. The fire element is so important in this because when we truly start to care about how we actually feel and we start to make peace with and create a relationship with, an understanding with how we are actually feeling, we begin to give love to ourselves. Okay. And that love for ourselves grounds us. It brings us closer down into a pure version of ourselves because we are, I just, it all, I'm seeing like this dissolving through heat. I don't know what this is, but essentially through our finding, through our acceptance of emotions that we feel, we give ourselves love. And through that giving ourselves love, we transcend an old version of what love is projected to be, and we tap far more into the resonance or knowing of what love truly is, and we find that within ourselves. That's where the fire element comes in. Okay, cool. So what comes next, Spirit? Why are we getting this message? Okay, so we're getting this message because we're at the crossroads. So we already got that. I think we know that. We all feel it. It's evident in our world. It's interesting because I'm getting like almost like the contrast of if you put down your devices or whatever and you just go out into, the nature, the Mother Earth, and you just spend time there, you feel at peace, you feel loved, you feel connected. There's just this real truth to the energy of what life here is supposed to feel like. And then when we're caught up in or trapped into the illusion of what things are supposed to be or the stories of chaos or whatever, it disconnects us. It keeps us disconnected, and it's the disconnectedness we are overcoming. And that's the crossroads. Are we going to choose to continue to be disconnected and disengaged and lost? Or are we going to connect into ourselves, connect into spirit, and really utilize the resources we have inside of us already? We already have all the elements we need. There's nothing out there that we need. It's in here. If we want something out there, we find it in here first. So it's taking on that ownership or responsibility of like, I'm the creator. What's the path we're going to choose? And it's a choice, right? The Lover's card is all about the fact that it is a choice. And I'm getting this is the choice to choose yourself, to choose to balance your elements within yourself, your masculine, your feminine, your bad and your good, your whatever and whatever, right? They're not, none of that is true. It's all an illusion. That's the deception of this form we're in right now, is this illusion of separation. We're meant to transcend that and understand that it's actually not separate at all. We are meant to go from being at these one extremes or these others and these ups and downs to slowly centering into that center point that then allows us to navigate this world wisely and in the embodiment of the truth of what is, so these illusions can't permeate, penetrate into our essence. So that we can finally have some balance, right? So much of what happens in the world is playing with our emotions without us even realizing it's tantalizing our negatives or our shock value or whatever. It is initiating, igniting without even us realizing it, the emotions we don't want. And so we don't even realize how we got these emotions, but they're there, and they make us feel like things are a certain way when they may not truly be. And it's the ability to not get sucked in, or the ability to see it for what it is without it being yours. That's the sovereignty. There's the sovereignty that we are essentially gearing up for. This is our future. If you're going to thrive in this energy now, it's going to be through sovereignty, through your independence, through your ability to discern. It really is all coming down to discernment, which is fascinating. So we got this. This is exactly what the energy is. This is exactly where many, many, many are. And that's why it's important for you to know that you're not alone, not only with spirit, but also within the collective energy. There's so many of us that are very much on the tipping point, the transition mark, that are making a really big difference. And this is about we holding in a gift, your light, holding it in. And we're almost like taught to hold it in because that's the way that it works best for the outside world. Right? Because our light, our gifts are, they are pure. They are uncontrollable. They are accessible only through us. And therefore they are our gift to the world. And so the containment of it is important, because it would change everything if everyone's gifts, it's an entire paradigm shift for us to be able to live our purest forms, our natural states. That's why it's so conditioned from the very beginning that you're contained. you're I'm seeing this like lid. It's like we come into this world and we're like, and then it's like that lid, and then it's like trying to twist the lid off on, but yet we are constantly pushing up against it, right? It can't be contained. And so the idea is to finally burst open, to finally release the lid, to escape the container that is given to us externally, and move into, manifest further out of that into our own container, our own energy system, that then moves spirit energy purely and truly through our natural systems. Like, we're made for this. This is genuinely what we are made for. And yet um, there's resistance, of course, because you can't control something that is made from within. If it is operating from within, it's hard to restrict it. But if it's truly operating from within, it doesn't need to be restricted because it's operating in the purity of God. So therefore, it is for the greatest good of all. That is for the greatest good of the individual. That's the illusion. We're meant to fear, essentially, ourselves in this illusion that if we fully embrace ourselves, then we're not caring about others. But yet it's the opposite. If we truly want to care for others, we must care for ourselves. If we truly want to be at our best or give the best to the world, we have to be at our best to do so. And so there is this revolutionary energy of bringing forth yourself and trusting in yourself and trusting in how you feel and being willing to abide by the internal knowings that you have, regardless of what is being projected upon you. Interesting. And then this is the black egg. So the black egg is referring to the fifth chakra. So it's the expression, opening up to truly express who we are, to fly high, to feel the freedom, to have the sovereignty, to have the higher perspective, but also to be able to pinpoint in on what you want and go for it. It's a breaking free. And interesting, this is the fire energy, right? We break out of this water emotional manipulation, cloudiness. I'm seeing a really foggy kind of cloudy day. It's not even raining, but it's just like there's a thickness to the clouds, to the sky, and it makes this like ugh energy that is all around us, that impacts us, even though like we didn't make the clouds. I'm getting so there's this energy, and it's like, well, then when the light's not shining from above because all these clouds are there, then it shines. The point is to shine it from within. The point is to express the light from within you outward so that you can shine no matter the weather. This eagle does not care whether it's cloudy or sunny. It still gets its job done, and it still soars to great heights, and it still finds exactly what it needs, and it still lives its beautiful life regardless of the weather, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so very cool. So Spirit, like, what's the moral of the story here? What do you want? Okay, that's a lot. Well, it's a lot. My fearless freedom lights up the world, and see how it's coming from within outward. When I think I'm surrounded, I surrender more. Oh, when I think oh, that's interesting. I said surrounded. Yeah, the trigger to fight is being manipulated right now in the energy field. So our ability to not engage in it really is the PowerPoint. My vibe speak louder than my words. Yes, exactly. This is about a vibrational state. This is about the ability to be safe and secure, to resonate your own frequency, regardless of what's happening around you. And I honor how I feel. And that's how you do it. That's how you get out of this. You care about how you feel. You raise your own vibration. When you're caring about how you feel, you're going to want to feel better. You're going to be willing to do the work to get rid of the things out of your life that really get in the way of you feeling good. And the more you feel good, the better you are at navigating in this world. Okay. What else? I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, which is ultimately your own. I'm seeing it as the cord from spirit going all the way down, anchored into the root of who you are as a soul spark being here. You're human, and rising again through the heart space, balancing this etherical and the physical into an expression of the self that is fully conscious, that has the discernment, that has the ability to navigate with clarity and freedom. Obstacles are just detours in the right direction, right? So it's like When we are rubbing up against something, it's not about fighting it. It's about making sense of why you feel the way you do about it. It's a feeling. All of this is kind of resonating, or what's the word? It's all coming down to really this: how you feel. How you feel matters. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that the truth? This is the way of checking your own energy to maintain that vibration that feels better. When we make sure we take in the moments, and it's interesting because I've been seeing lots of animals. And so whenever I see a bird, whatever animal I see, I always say thank you, right? It's like a gift. It's a little moment in time that I have this presence that enters my field that I feel honored to see, to experience. And so in my thank you, I'm acknowledging that. And that acknowledgement is this purity of my heart being open and receiving a beautiful gift that is simple but true. And so it's the simplicity of the small moments that actually hold the space for the higher vibration. Oh, that's neat. Okay, one final message here, Spirit. What's the final sort of message for trust in the great mystery? So this is about that water. I'm seeing this deep dive, not being afraid of your own emotions, realizing that they're there to help you, that they're serving you, they're communicating with you. They want you to know a better life that feels good, and they're showing you the way. And sometimes we have to experience what we don't want to truly appreciate and value what we do want. And then we go towards what we do want because we're done with what we don't want. And so that acknowledgement of these emotions of what we don't want is important in transcending them to become what you do. And we're opening. So again, this card and where was that other card? They are speaking the same language here to me right now. They're saying the same thing: open to infinite possibilities, open up to the possibility that you can be you in this new energy. This new energy actually supports it. Those who are trying to stay as they've always been and use the games they've always played to manipulate the situation to sustain their state so they don't have to change, they're the ones who are suffering. It is those who are willing to open to new possibilities, to believe that this energy is changing, but also changed. So they were two words in one there. To know that means that you are initiating that energy for your greatest good, because you're co-creating with spirit. Whenever I read these cards, if it's upside down to me, it's way of saying it's already happening. This is already happening. You are already co-creating with spirit. So doing it consciously and doing it for you, right? Those using your energy are doing it for themselves. When you use your own energy, you're doing it for you, and you're able to do it more with spirit because you're always creating. You are the one. So when you hold your power and you take back your power and you decide what you want to feel and you decide what you deserve, then you're not going to take on other people's stuff, because you recognize that you're creating something beautiful and you're doing it with spirit, because spirit is within you and all around you, right? It's like this double whammy of support. When you've connected to spirit externally, essentially, in the vastness of all that is, but you've also connected to spirit internally into the vastness of who you are, and they integrate and oh, I'm I'm seeing this vision of it going like, it's like going up your chakra line, and then and then it's like it hits the top and it opens, and it's like both are equal flowing, right? Like that's the sweet spot. Then you're co-creating with spirit, and every step you take, everything's magic. And spirit has your back. So Spirit's ending with this knowing, or wanting you to know that it's 100% with you, has your back, in you, around you, always there for you. And it's your ability to transcend the illusion of it not being there, or transcending the illusion that it has to be outside yourself, and come into the knowing that it's already within you, and deep dive down into you to find that spark, that fire, what gives you just joy. What, those birds flying by, they're a moment of joy. They're just a moment in time that I resonate with. And so acknowledging that is me acknowledging spirit, is me acknowledging myself, is me acknowledging the vastness and greatness of what spirit can be in every now moment when we see it. All right. Is that it, spirit? It's weird. I'm kind of hearing this one more, but where? What? What? Uh, okay. uh, okay. I'm hearing like the silliest song, and so for me, that's saying that spirit, like, there's joy to be found in the small moments, and that's where spirit's found. And joy is the spark. It's the fire. So small moments, silly moments, meaningful moments, whatever moments, right? When you have them and you feel something that feels good, acknowledge it. Just say thank you in your head. Oh, that was fun, thanks. Or something. Just the acknowledgement of it just brings it to light. There's this yeah, this joy rising, because that's the other part about fire. When we allow our fire to be flowing, and it's able to flow with some ease and grace, it brings joy, it brings excitement, it brings initiation, motivation, it brings light and love, life. It brings life, and that's what we're craving. So go get it. Pay attention to it. It's all around you. All right, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like it. Thank you.